I have watched many talented people stumble. I have watched many skilled hands build castles on sand. And for a long time, I wondered why. Why does one person with less obvious talent soar, while another, so gifted, seems to stand still? There is an old story, a story of a king and an empty jar. This king needed to choose his successor, but he had no children. So he summoned every young person in the kingdom. He gave each of them a single jar and one instruction. Go to the sacred well at the forest's heart, and bring me back a jar full of this sacred water. A great crowd of young men and women set off, their jars in hand. Among them was a boy named Leo. He was not the strongest, nor the cleverest, but his heart was clear. As they approached the well, they saw a sight. The path was littered with broken jars. It seemed many had already tried and failed, the jars slipping from their hands on the rough path. A murmur went through the crowd. The king didn't say the jar had to be his jar. He just said, a jar full of water. One by one, they picked up the broken but serviceable jars from the ground. They filled them from the well, thinking themselves clever for saving time. Why carry this heavy, fragile jar all the way back when you could use a lighter, already broken one? But Leo looked at the broken jars. He looked at his own pristine jar from the king, and he chose to carry the king's jar. It was heavier. It required more care. The journey back was a struggle, while others strode easily, laughing. When they returned to the palace, the king did not even look at the water. He walked down the line, looking only at the jars. He saw the cracked, mismatched jars, and he passed by. Then he saw Leo holding the original jar, full to the brim. The king stopped. "Why," he asked the boy, "did you carry this heavy jar when you could have taken an easier path?" And Leo, with a humble bow, simply said, "Because it was the jar you gave me. My task was to be faithful to your word, not to be clever." The king smiled. "You have brought me more than water. You have brought me integrity. You see, the world celebrates the broken jar, the shortcut, the clever hack that gets the result without the weight of the principle. We polish our skills, our resumes, our ability to appear a certain way. We fill broken jars, thinking no one will notice. But the universe always notices. Your soul notices. Every time you choose the easy lie over the difficult truth, a crack appears. Every time you take credit for what is not yours, the jar becomes lighter, but your spirit becomes heavier. You may arrive at the palace faster, but you will have nothing of substance to offer the king. The jar is your character. The water is your skill, your talent. A broken jar cannot hold water for long. It will seep out, evaporate. But a solid, whole jar, your integrity, not only holds the water, it protects it. It gives it value. So I ask you, in your own life, are you carrying the king's jar, or are you picking up broken vessels along the path? Are you more concerned with the appearance of success or the substance of a life well lived? Your skill may get you in the door, but only your integrity, that unshakable commitment to your own truth, will allow you to stay, to build, to lead. Do not spend your life collecting broken jars. Tend to the one you were given. Mend its cracks with honesty. Polish it with humility. Carry its weight with pride. For in the end, it is not the water you bring that will be measured. It is the jar you bring it in. Walk in peace. Carry your jar well.